Hello, welcome back to the Trailer Project, and we're here to do another unboxing video. I didn't expect to do these, but the first one was kind of fun, and it turns out people liked it, so we're going to do another one. Why not? It's my package from the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale, or the Criterion Barnes & Noble sale, however you want to phrase it. And it's been just enough time to the point where I kind of forgot what I bought, so this will kind of be like a rediscovery, like last time. And in keeping with tradition, I have to open it with something untraditional, so I'm going to use a USB cord I have sitting around. So, here we go. Worked out pretty well. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, awesome. So, we have Andrei Tarkovsky's Ivan's Childhood. This is really interesting film, Tarkovsky's first debut feature. And I'm really eager to get back into it. I've only seen it once a very long time ago, and it'll be really interesting to go back to Tarkovsky's debut feature. Over the years, I've spent a lot of time watching and rewatching, films like Stalker, Solaris, Nostalgia, even Andrei Rublev. So going back to his first feature will be really compelling. I do remember this being very beautiful, and also this kind of very mournful look at the child soldiers in World War II. So both surreal and I think pretty gritty, if I remember correctly. So this is the only Tarkovsky movie I didn't have on Blu-ray. Now I do have it, and I can't wait to watch it because Tarkovsky is the best, one of the best. Okay, all right, okay, cool. Born in Flames by Lizzie Borden. An awesome title from a director whose name is fantastic. Lizzie Borden took an X. So I had seen Working Girls a few years ago. I got it for a Christmas present for my mother, which is kind of funny, given that it's a film about sex workers, but we're all adults here, right? I don't know much about this. When these sales happen, or when I go shopping, I try to grab one or two movies just kind of on instinct, and kind of recreate that feeling of like when you're at a video store or at a record store and you just kind of see something that kind of jumps out at you. That kind of approach to buying movies and collecting stuff, I think, can lead to fun, novel discoveries that you might not have sought out otherwise. So, having seen another one of her films, Working Girls, and really liking it, I've got a pretty good feeling about this release as well. And it also has another movie, Regrouping, 1976. Lizzie Borden's directorial debut, an experimental documentary about a New York City women's group. Okay, that sounds very up my alley too. So we got two movies that I can't wait to get into. Okay, I do remember getting this. Okay, The Three and Four Musketeers by Richard Lester. I actually wrote about these films in my Criterion prediction column for Battleship Pretension, and I'm pleased as punch that prediction came to pass, because these are really, really fun movies. Richard Lester can kind of do it all, from A Hard Day's Night to swashbuckling Three Musketeers movies to Superman. He's one of those great directors that doesn't really he wears more than one hat. You got a great cast here: Faye Dunaway, Charlton Heston, Michael York, Raquel Welch. One of my favorites, Oliver Reed. One thing that I love is that, of course, Michael York and Christopher Lee are like trained swordsmen. They can actually fence and stuff like that, so they would use that experience in the fight choreography. However, Oliver Reed just seems to just beat the shit out of guys with this sword, and you can see it in the film, and it's a real pleasure to watch. This is probably me at my most boyish, fun swashbuckling sword fighting. I mean, what's there not to love, right? Great set of films. I'm so pleased they included both of them in here in a gorgeous 4K restoration. Ooh la la. Okay, cool. I remember this. A History of Violence. You remember when you buy A History of Violence, even if you're forgetful like me. This is a really interesting film because when it came out, I actually didn't know it was a David Cronenberg film. It was a very big, successful movie. And then when I started watching it, I saw that this was directed by David Cronenberg, that the guy who did The Fly and Scanners and The Brood and Videodrome made this like kind of slick, brutal, swift genre film, this action genre film. And it's got a fantastic script by Josh Olson, who also co-hosts a podcast, The Movies That Made Me, with Joe Dante, which is a really great podcast one of my favorites behind Battleship Pretensions podcast, obviously. But this was a big movie, and it was kind of like a little renaissance for Cronenberg, if you will. I think between his big thread of horror hits like the Fly and Scanners and all that, he had done Madame Butterfly and something else, a Spider, which is a pretty interesting movie, or I think Spider came after. Anyway, then after this he had Eastern Promises, another Viggo Mortensen collaboration, and I think the underrated Dangerous Method with Michael Fassbender and Keira Knightley, which I think is a really interesting film. And it's a really interesting period for Cronenberg and for his collaborations with Viggo Mortensen. And I'm eager to get back into it. I haven't seen this film in years. And I think this is one of the last movies that was also released on VHS with DVD. So now it's in glorious 4K. Thanks, Criterion. Okay, and what's next? Okay, this is the Daisies. This used to be featured on their Eclipse series, the Pearls of the Czech New Wave. This is a really fascinating film, and I haven't seen it in years. It clocks in at a brisk 76 minutes. The thing I remember mostly is that it opens with these two women who move around like dolls, and the movements are accompanied by this like really grating, screeching, metal scratching noises, and it's very strange and wonderful at the same time. And I paid homage to this in my Barbie movie. If you watch it and spot it, I'll appreciate it. Leave a comment if you do, and leave a comment if you don't. This has been fun. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll get you next time. Bye bye.